podcast where we talk about history and our girls.
We're going to jump back into our Kennedy season, and we're in the famous Jackie Kennedy Onassis episode.
Yeah, I guess we're back. Like, we're still on track, but like it feels like we're back because we recorded early and now late.
Yes.
It feels like there's been a long time in between recording. It's been like a week.
Yes.
Which is long for us. Usually we record every week.
Yes. Yes. I know, it's so interesting in the way that sometimes we record a lot and sometimes we don't record, and you guys would never know.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
Except sometimes I think you know.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I feel like the real ones can just kind of
tell. The real ones.
Well, because sometimes we're just like yapping about new stuff, and sometimes we're really just like free associating, you know?
Yes, for sure.
Like, I've got stuff to tell you.
Oh, really?
Well, not anything real, but I was like, in my brain, I've like, okay, I want to talk about that on the podcast for like the chat section.
Yes.
You know?
I have very little new in my brain due to the fact that I am moving, and I was talking to you a bit about it earlier, but oh my God, the way it is, my every waking thought
I would be
is moving adjacent.
I would be the same. It's really helpful for me that you're moving because it seems stressful. Yes. So it makes me not want to move.
Yes.
And every once in a while I get the impulse to like pick up and leave. And since the bed bug thing, like this house has just been like, I love my apartment, but like there's a vibe about it that's just kind of like, I'm pissed at it.
When an apartment gets tainted, I find that's kind of the death gong a little bit, where like, what happened to me now, like if you've been following along with my moving saga, my property management company are evil demons from hell. And once that happened, I was like, this place sucks. I've been obsessed with my apartment. I've been there 4 years. I love it so much. And like, I haven't been cleaning the floors. Like my apartment's disgusting right now.
Because you're like, fuck this place.
Yeah. Like I don't even want to have people over because I'm like, this is not how I live, but I'm too angry to Windex right now.
Oh, fair enough.
So no, it's that's my every waking thought.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to record the podcast there. I can't wait to have people over.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to make my current bed into a bed/couch for the office. Ooh. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that's exciting.
Because I'm like, I was like, it's fun that like most podcasts, when they get successful and they take off, like they get like a studio, they get upgrades, and I'm like, for girl historians, I think I should put a mattress on the floor and then we can record there.
That's kind of a vibe.
Right? let's work it out.
That's kind of a vibe. I'm cat sitting for my neighbors in August.
Amazing.
Only a couple weekends, but I'm going up there a couple weekends in August. And I'm famously, my upstairs neighbors love them. We're in a polycool that then disbanded.
Yes.
And they also have my dream apartment. Like,
really?
The upstairs apartment is my dream apartment.
Whoa, why is it your dream apartment?
Well, because I love my apartment. My only like issue with my apartment is that I think it's too small, like in the long run. Like it's a good size for what we need now, but I would love an office, especially
you need a little office.
As I'm doing more like YouTube and podcasting stuff, and now also writing the book. Like it's like, I would love to have a space that's always set up for filming. Like it's so annoying to me that I have to set it, which is so funny. It's like people are working in the mines and I don't want to set up my tripod.
But the mine is always set up. The mine have to get to the mine and set up the mine.
You're not setting up the damn mine.
Is that you don't have to blow a new. Well, actually, sometimes they do have to set up the mine. I guess. I guess sometimes they have to use with explosives and with explosives.
We're taking accountability for
and
our
sorry
ignorance,
guys,
for our mine.
Sorry to our
not minor, not our. Not minors, not like under 18 minors.
If you guys are a minor, this is not for you. But if you're just a minor, the rock kind, not the kid kind.
Not the kid kind, we apologize.
A minor, that's a child labor.
Yeah, we should talk to somebody about that.
So sorry, what were you saying? You want a space set up for filming?
Yeah, but I've never really been able to see the upstairs apartment, and they've asked me to cat sit, and now I'm like, I want to cat sit because I really want to get the lay of the land.
That's exciting.
Because they almost moved out when the polycule did disband, but then they decided to stay. They just got like a separate roommate.
Sure.
And it is expensive. Like it's a 3-bedroom apartment, so it's like it is like.
How much is it? Do you know?
I think it's $3,800.
800?
I know. And thank you.
That's crazy.
But I'm hoping that was really when like renting was at a peak. I feel like now it would be less.
Might go down.
Because my apartment is not that expensive. I mean, it's still,
no, you have a great deal here.
Yeah, we're now, and I'm splitting with Reese. We're paying, I think, just under $2,000,
which is insane.
So we're each paying around $1,000, which is like obviously like a lot for if you live somewhere else, but for Toronto is like amazing. Do I live in the middle of nowhere? Absolutely.
No, well, kind of.
But I like it.
My new rent is so high, it exceeds the e-transfer daily limit.
Oh no! What are you gonna do?
It's not my problem.
How are you gonna pay rent?
No, it's we've got some sort of system worked out. I don't understand it.
You're gonna sell your body.
No, I'm just I prostitute myself and I bring. No, it's fine.
Exactly.
No, it's actually not for me personally that much more than I'm paying now.
No, it's just more like annoying to have to pay an e-transfer. Because also I'm the person in my relationship, like I e-transfer the rent to my landlord. So like Reese will transfer me his portion, and I'll transfer the landlord. So even though it's only half, like even though I'm only paying like $900, whatever.
Yeah.
It feels as though I am paying like $1,922
100%
every month, even though it's not.
Yes.
But because you have to send the full chunk,
oh yeah,
it feels like it.
Also now it's hell for me. So I'm that person in my apartment too. Like Sarah transfers me, and then I write a fucking paper check because the year is 1953. Woo! I write a paper check, and then they wait like 10 days to deposit it.
So you just have to keep you know that it's coming, but you
can't.
Yeah,
So I'm terrified that something's gonna get taken out of my checking account, especially because I've been lately trying to be financially responsible for the last like 8 months or whatever.
Exciting.
So I keep my checking account really, really low.
Yeah, me as well.
Because I'm like, otherwise I just will spend it.
That is a real life hack.
It is a life hack. If you want a life hack, just keep as little money as you possibly can in your checking account.
And because it's like, and you know, if you want to go so far as that's level 1.
Yes.
Level 2 that I've done this year is have like a separate bank account. Like I have a Wealthsimple for like investing in like a high yield savings account. So like we're making interest on the podcast stuff. Huge. It's like $2 net the entire year. But you know what I mean? Like that's also like a way, or in like a tax-free savings account or whatever, like put it away somewhere that you can't access.
Yes.
Like you can get it if you need to, but you can't like get it right now.
Yes,
you know
you have to like apply to get it out.
Exactly. Or it's like in 3 business days it'll be deposited into your account, because then that's not like shopping money. That's not whatever. Like it is your money. You have it, but it's away from you.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I've been in the process of switching over my TFSA for like
nightmare
2 months now, and I've gotten locked out of it. And you know, when they're just like, you just got to call the bank, and I'm like,
no, I can't call. The bank is not going to pick up.
The bank doesn't want to talk to me.
No, nobody.
The bank doesn't want to talk to my ass.
I know.
They've got millionaires.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to put $500 in my
you're
Investor's
not gonna be,
Edge account.
Yeah, you're not going to be getting the service that you need at the bank because they don't. Yeah,
exactly.
One time I went to the bank. This is when famously I fell for a phishing scam.
Oh,
This
God,
famously iconic era in my life. I fell for a phishing scam, and then somebody tried to break into my bank account back to back.
That was really rough.
So I was there a lot, and every time they'd be like, "You should invest with us," and I kept being like, "This feels illegal to invest with my bank. Feels like you can't ask me this,
right?"
Also, what
do you mean when you say that?
What is it? I was just like, no.
When you say these things, what do you mean?
Because I know that there's people whose job it is to invest.
Yes.
So why would it? It's not the bank.
Well, the bank makes money off of you, right? Like,
yeah.
Not like you, but like anyone.
Yeah, exactly. And that's also why it's like, if you can find a better, I mean, this is just a financial advice podcast now, but if you can find like a high yield savings account, that's better, because like you should be making interest off your money, because your money loses value in your bank account because of inflation.
Yes.
Like you are losing, it's because like the value of money gets less and less if it's just sitting there. So it's better to be putting it in somewhere where it's also making money. It's complicated. I went through a big really period. There was like a period last summer where for like 2 months I read a bunch of financial literacy books, because I do think it's true. It's like, I hate capitalism. I don't ever want to think about money ever.
It's one of the worst things to do.
It's truly a nightmare to think about money, but I do think like financial literacy for women specifically, like you just don't get it the same way that just men just kind of get it, because like that's how men
keep it from you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's like you just don't have the same proficiency that a lot of men do, just because of like they're like it is like a gendered thing
for sure.
And I read that book, which you said you wanted to borrow it. You should borrow it. The Art of Frugal Hedonism.
Oh, I would love to. I borrow it today, actually.
Yeah,
maybe?
I'll give it to you. It's great. Where it's so much about like saving money, but the idea is like you're saving money because time is money and you get more time, right? Like you're not just saving money so that you can work for more money and have more money in your savings account. It's like you're saving money so then you can take 3 months off work and do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
Like you're saving money to enjoy your life. You're not saving money just to like get on this treadmill and keep going.
Yeah.
And that really recontextualized like my relationship with money in that way of being like you can care enough about money in the sense of being like, I want to just put this somewhere where I don't have to think about it, but it's doing something so that I can continue to enjoy my life. Because there's nothing I'm more passionate about famously than basically trying to have the most free time in the world. Like that's my passion. I'm like, I would rather have 3 jobs than one quote unquote real job where I have to go to the office.
Yeah, that just like goes on forever.
I'd rather invoice people.
I feel like sometimes the world really takes advantage of like women just kind of like the historical women not knowing the value of a dollar, or like
of course.
women not needing the value of a dollar the same way men do.
Yeah.
My friend texted me today that she at her work, her boss offered one of her, either her or a coworker, it's like a small company, it's just bless you.
Thank you.
It's just her boss and then the two of them. Bless you.
Thank you. I always do 2. So
I know. I usually do like 5. So you're
I'm efficient.
Yeah, you're very efficient. You're very sweet.
Okay, so the boss offered.
Oh yeah, she offered one of the 2 employees $200 to be on call the whole weekend.
Why?
Like for a desk job.
That's insane.
Like a work from home desk job. And she was like, am I crazy setting a boundary? And I was like, no, that actually is insulting. You should quit your job.
That's the thing that pisses me off so much about stuff like that is like, and then if you say no, like you're seen as a bitch. Like there's been so many random people that I know through comedy who come out of the woodwork who like want me to star in user generated content for them because of my platform, whatever. And then they're like, well, we'll pay you $200. And I'm like, that's just not my rate.
No.
And like, I now seem like a bitch for being like, no, but it's like, you're asking me and I'm saying no. This is just a professional interaction. Like your boss saying, you should be on call this weekend for $200 and you saying no, like that shouldn't be like, oh no, my boss is going to hate me. Am I not going to get promoted because of all these things? When it's like, this is the everything leads back to like workers' rights, I guess, like where it's like people feel like they should accept actual crumbs, where it's like because people want to climb this ladder, people will accept abusive treatment, crumbs, because there's a story being told that you're like lucky to be there.
Yeah. Well, it's like the whole like boiling frog, right?
But you pay me. Like you're paying me to be here. I'm going to do the work that you pay me to do. But why am I doing more?
Yeah. I know. It's insane.
What's the boiling the frog thing?
Oh, it's just like when you
you turn the water up.
Yeah, you turn the water up slowly so that like you put the metaphor is that like you put a frog in a pot of like regular water and then you just turn the heat up so slowly that the frog doesn't realize it's boiling to death until it's boiling to death, because it just gets like a little bit. But it's true.
It is true.
Where it's like, oh, like you're lucky to be here, so just do a little bit more, do a little bit more, do a little bit more, and then you have no life. Totally.
And that's I'm a big proponent of slacking off at work.
Yeah.
I really do think I think that's also what's great. That was a positive of the pandemic. And I think a positive you're seeing a bit more of like that Gen X is getting a bit better at it, of just being like, no, I'm not Gen X, Gen Z, of just being a bit more like, I was like so surprised when I worked at that job at CBC where at a certain point I'd be like, we don't treat people this way. Like, why am I being treated this way? This makes no sense for me to be treated this way. And people were like, what do you mean? I was like,
what are you talking about?
And it was like it was good pay, but I was like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
And I was lucky to have something to go to, right? Like I knew if I quit at any point, I could do YouTube. And when you think about people who aren't in positions like that, it's like, or if like you want to work specifically in a certain industry, like your friend is working in that specific industry, you can't just like.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like, people have been talking about it more, like at least on the internet where I live, but like how it's so different to do something when you know you have like a safety net to fall to.
Totally.
You know, and like I always felt kind of resentful, and I feel like I've moved past it, but like when I was younger I felt really resentful that like a lot of my friends would take these jobs that paid basically nothing, that were kind of like entryway jobs into a company or a profession they went and worked at, and I was like, I have to pay for everything in my life. Like I can't take a part-time arts admin job.
Yeah, you can't.
That like makes me work double what they're paying me for. Like you're making less than $2,000 a month. You know what I mean? Or less than that, honestly. Like it'd be like people taking these jobs that pay like $1,000 a month. And I'm like,
stipend or whatever, right?
You know
like,
what? Yeah. And
yeah,
it's
totally.
Like, I can't take that, you know?
It's a fucking problem.
It's pretty bullshit.
There's a long time where I wanted to get into publishing. That was like my journey for a while, where I was like, because when I switched my program at school, I went to like media business with a focus in printing, which was crazy of me, which is a huge industry.
Love it.
That industry, the industry of printing things on physical paper, booming,
Hey,
not going away.
You know what? Sarah just got a printer and she loves it way more than I love a printer. She's always printing shit. She doesn't know. I don't. Now
She's
the
keeping
ink's
the
out,
industry
so
alive
printer
and
might be
well.
dead.
And then also went into publishing, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go into publishing. And I thought it was always so crazy, like the way you get in most of the time. Because I remember I would apply for like entry level positions, And those would be like fine pay. Like the paying in publishing is always famously low, but I was living with my parents. So it was like, okay, but it was fine pay. But I would never get the end. Like I would go through the whole process of being like, oh, I'm going to become like a marketing and publicity associate at Penguin Random House, whatever. And I'd get to the end and then I wouldn't get it. And I'd be like, oh, what's the feedback? And they'd be like, well, you just don't have experience like interning. Like you don't have an experience as being an intern here.
Yeah.
For 6 months or whatever, like a free intern. And I was like, we can't run an industry.
Illegal, by the way.
Like, we can't run an industry where the base level is you have to be able to do an unpaid internship for a very long time because it's just one kind of POV.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if the internship says, like, we want basic people of color. It's like, yeah, but you can't just say that and then be like, but we're not going to pay you, by the way. We want to kind of milk you for your experience, but we will not be paying you. Because then you just create this environment where every single person working in this industry is incredibly wealthy because you have to be able to work on a publishing salary and you have to be to even get into publishing. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I don't really know how we fix it, but we're doing
I have no
wrong.
ideas. I have no ideas.
I know. It's pretty garbage.
It is interesting. Publishing is because I'm so like nerdy about this stuff of like the way in which like the money has changed, where it used to be like, so there'd be so much more money for like a mid-list thing, where now you see these like Iron Flame or whatever, that like dragon smutty teen book.
Oh yeah.
Like books like that will come out and they'll get like 7-figure 3-book deals, like huge deals.
Jesus.
So it's like more likely that people can get some huge deals, but then everybody else gets like little, like it's all from the same pot. Does that make sense? So it's like, then like if you're like a debut author, then you get like a $3,000 deal or whatever.
Which is crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. Then you gotta sell.
Yeah, so then it incentivizes where I'm like, if I really just wanted to make money, I should write fairy
Dragon
erotica.
Yeah.
But then that's a bad incentive because then you don't get good, like things can be good in like a romantasy area, right? Like just because it's a genre doesn't mean that you're not going to get good stuff. But you get bad stuff when people just try to sell and they don't care about the thing they're writing about. Like I have no passion for romantasy. If I wrote a romantasy book, it would be bad because I'd be like, I have no respect for the genre.
Don't say that.
Yeah, but one day I could. But I think it's if you're writing a genre, it's integral to like respect it.
Sure.
And know it. Where it's like, I give me 3 years, I could read enough of the books to be like, I'm in. I know I'm building the lore, whatever. But it's like, now you just have people being like, well, really, I want to write like my Lord of the Rings thing, but that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to write this romance element. And it's it's horrible because they don't actually care about it. They just want to sell a book, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of over, not that I've ever really been in it at all, but the whole just kind of like romantic genre right now is so irritating. And I know people really love it, but I'm like, God, like the same fucking thing over and over again. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
I definitely think I like romance more than you.
I like a romance.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just like,
it's been very tropified.
It's very tropified. Yeah. And it's like, I just feel like, you know, if you write a book where like two people fall in love, that's beautiful. But now it's like the book can't be about anything else. Because if there's people falling in love in it, it's lovers to friend or friends to lovers, like, and then like they hate each other, but they both play hockey and they're gay. It's like, what?
Blair, you should fucking write that. You should write that though.
I told you about the audiobook. I went through a big audiobook phase last year, which was very nice. I liked it. I listened to an audiobook recently that I really loved, Shoe Dog, and now I know everything about Nike.
You're in the whole Nike extended universe.
I'm in the Nike extended universe currently. I watched Air.
Yes, I saw.
Yep.
On Letterboxd.
Oh, thank you. Didn't like it. It's fine. But I listened to this one that was about video games, and like the thing seemed really interesting. It was like, oh, you know, like two people just competing over video games. It was like light and people recommended it to me and it was fun. And then the last 15 minutes was just them fucking. Crazy. And I was like, I kind of zoned out.
I find audiobooks with smut a lot tougher than an actual book with smut. It's
horrifying.
I don't like listening to the smut.
No, it's gross. I didn't think it would be there.
Yeah, of course.
It was a shock. It was last 15 minutes.
They Trojan horsed it.
Yeah, and I was like on my computer, like fucking doing my job at posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
Zoning the fuck out, and then just heard, and then
he turned her nipple.
Yeah. Just tongued her nipple. Yeah, the things they say too, I'm just like, no way.
There's something to be said about
tongued my nipple.
Yeah, there's something to be said about like sometimes just say it the most simple way. Like I don't think we need to be thinking of new words for cock. I don't think you need to. I don't think length. I don't think member. I think penis. I think cock. I think dick is good.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to be thinking of like his pulsing member. I think use the word that we all know. I think
penis.
Yeah.
Cock.
Use penis, cock. Use dick. Why are you?
Penis,
why are
cock,
you?
Dick.
His length. Why are you just don't say length? Just say what it is. Like why are we using synonyms? This is the same way I feel about slit.
I hate slit.
I also don't like, and this is just a kink shaming thing. This is not a writing thing. I really don't like it when anybody in smut calls somebody's pussy a pretty little pussy. I really don't care for that.
Because I know you're lying.
I think it's like romance, especially specifically smut, kind of only works as like wish fulfillment fantasy in a way where you have to you have to imagine it's yourself. And if I was having sex and somebody said you're pretty little pussy, I'd be like, we have to stop.
Yeah. We have to stop and talk about your actions.
Yeah. So I'm a grown woman.
How come there's never smut that says, and then he shoved his chub into into my flap?
I think we know.
No one ever says that.
I think we know.
Why is no one ever talking about a chub and a flap?
Yeah. But what I am happy about is I feel like, because I'll dip into romance every once in a while, and the romance boom, here's two things that I think are really good about it.
Sure.
One is I feel like I've noticed from when like I've been in high school to now, there's way more foreplay in the sex, and the men will eat out the women before they have sex, which I think is good.
Oh, in the books. Sorry, I was confused.
No, in the industry.
In the books.
In the books, because I feel like that also will take you out of it if it's just like he's like we kissed and then he slammed his cock into me. I'm like, well, that hurts.
That's the way it works, actually.
Well, that actually, and then you came immediately. That really hurts.
That's how I have sex.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
And then it's also kind of like, it's the James Patterson of it all, of like,
sure.
The way that publishing works, I think, and people who are in publishing, maybe I'm wrong and you can tell me, but my understanding of it is for a lot of publishing houses, they publish these huge names. Like they do their celebrity memoirs, they do their James Patterson,
they do their Shoe Dog by Cliff Knight,
they do
CEO of Nike.
Yep, they do their Shoe Dog. They do like these huge romance, like the Colleen Hoovers, whatever.
Sure.
Those collect so much money that then you can use that. Then you can. Like one for me, one for them kind of vibes of like, then you can publish your weird little poetry collection. You can do whatever because you're making money from these huge releases. Which I feel like is a way better way for an industry to work than say how like film works, where it's like they'll make a huge $1 million, $100 million Marvel movie that brings in a bunch of money, but then they can't like make an indie because that's brought in a bunch of movie. Like,
yeah, because it's brought in.
Because like in publishing, it's like all under one. So it's like if we're in a publishing house and we publish a huge romance that does really, really well, it brings a lot of money. Because of that, we can then be like, well, I want to do this weird little poetry collection. And I also want to publish this, whatever. Because we've hit like this huge quota and we've made a lot of money, right? But like in like in film production,
they just spend it all on the one thing.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
It's not like oh well, if we do this huge crowd pleaser, then we get to make our weird little movie. It's like no. Make a huge crowd pleaser.
Yeah, exactly. We want another one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, I really want to see the new Superman.
I really don't, but apparently people like it.
I know.
I really don't care about superheroes. And not even in a weird like not in a weird like Marvel contrarian thing. It's like I was not raised on it. I'm the eldest daughter. My dad doesn't like comic books. There was no comic book, there was no superheroes in the house.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like in a way where like Star Wars was in the house. So I'm in. Like, Star Wars, I'm in.
But you got to have it in the house first.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into superheroes at the ripe age of 25. Almost 26. Crazy.
Birthday soon. Oh my God, I still have to get you a birthday gift.
Your presence is a present.
No, I don't think that's, that's true at all. I had an idea and then it fell through. And now I can't remember what it was. This was months ago. So I have to get you a gift.
We're going to have the next episode, we're going to do a fun record birthday styles.
Yes. Birthday record.
There's something else I wanted to talk to you about, but I don't remember what it was. It wasn't that important. It was like for the podcast. Huge. Oh, you started a Substack.
Oh, I started my Substack finally. Yeah.
It's hugely exciting.
Thank you. I have 20 subscribers. Damn. Last time I checked. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do about it. I really thought I was going to do like cutting edge stuff on there. I don't know why I thought that. Nothing about my life is cutting edge. But I've just been really enjoying writing a little bit more of free form.
Definitely.
And so
and it becomes cutting edge because of your own point of view, right? Like I think a lot of people have the point of view of like, how am I going to do this differently, when actually a better point of view, or how the thing is, how am I going to do this better when the better point of view is, how am I going to do this how I would do it, right?
Yes.
So it's like, you're just going to bring your own point of view to it. You will be what makes it interesting.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Unless you're like a Bret Easton Ellis, like contrarian, and your whole point is to just have crazy takes, which I don't really feel like is your vibe.
So annoying.
I don't really feel like you're going to be
that.
like pronouns.
And here's my thoughts on pronouns. And I have one of those written ready to go.
Here's my thoughts on pronouns. I'm pro.
A noun?
Yeah, I'm pro.
I'm pronouns. Pronoun. Yeah, so I'm excited. Hopefully, I will keep posting on it because it does feel like one of those things you can fall off really easily. And Substack, the way they want you to charge people so badly.
I know.
Every single time I log on there, they're like, "How much you want people to pay to read this?" And I'm like, "I published one thing."
Yeah, I think it's also better. Like, it's just better to get people. Like, that's just, you get people in by not having to pay. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, that's not really how, like. It's a hard sell to be like, pay $5 to read this thing by me. By the way, you've never read anything by me before.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
like it might be good.
Yeah.
I might keep posting here. I might not. You might just subscribe and then forget
Yeah.
that you did it. And then you'll just pay me $5 for the rest of your life.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that fun?
I know. I went through my Substack the other day and unsubscribed to a bunch of stuff because there was like a month where I was like, I'm going to subscribe to a bunch of Substacks, like money.
Yeah.
And then I went through and
my
was
God.
like, and not like it's five. There was like four pages that I was paying $5 a month to.
Sure.
And I went through and there's one that I'm still paying $5 a month to.
Nice.
It's Zoe Whithalls. She's a Canadian author, but she literally just like blogs. Like, it's literally just her blog as like a writer. She wrote The Best Kind of People, I think. It was like a prep school. It was like a prep school kind of Me Too thriller.
Cool.
But it was like before Me Too happened, so it really like rode that wave.
Okay, so
But she also wrote The Fraud, I believe is what it's called. It's about a girl who lies about having cancer. But she's a Canadian author. She's great.
Oh, yes.
But I just like, people obviously different strokes for different folks. I love a Substack. Same way I love a vlog.
Mm-hmm.
I love a Substack that's just somebody like, here's kind of like a diary of what happened to me this week or whatever. I'm very, and obviously it's a bit like, you're in there, there's interiority. What does this mean? What am I thinking about? Like, I like that.
Yeah.
But I like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I've always been drawn to recording my own life, which I think sounds really narcissistic, but I think it's a really enjoyable practice.
Definitely.
And so I kind of want it to be that. It's the same way I kind of want to start mini vlogging, which I did for like a tiny portion of my life.
Yeah, I love a mini vlog.
I would love to go back and do that a little bit.
I'm really excited for when the book is handed in. God.
Then you're going to start vlogging?
Well, because then I'll have so much time to do other stuff.
You vlogged for a bit.
I did. And then people would start to send me pictures of Reese's house.
Oh, no.
So.
Because I did get someone message me.
So I did stop. I did stop after they sent me a picture of my boyfriend's front door. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, because I remember I got a DM from someone.
Were you in a vlog that I was in? Is that why?
I can't remember what it was. Yes, I think I was in a vlog, but this was like a few years ago. We weren't as close.
This was the Jeanette McCurdy video. When I made the video, it was before I started doing commentary. I made a video being like, I read I'm Glad My Mom Died, and I vlogged that day we all went to the island and played hide and go seek.
It must have been that, but I got a DM from someone who followed me on TikTok who lives in like England, being like, I saw you in Uncarly's vlog. What the hell is happening? My world is collapsing in on itself. And I was like,
love.
Okay.
Love that.
It's kind of a small city.
It is kind of a small city.
That's why I know way more people than you think I know.
love the narrative of that. My friend, she was telling me last night, she's like, one of her best friends had a falling out with her roommate who is a fan of my YouTube channel. And I was like, what happened there? And she was like, she's kind of fucked. And I was like, well, I have to side with her.
Yeah.
She's got great taste in YouTube. I've got to side with my fan.
Gotta be with my fans.
Exactly.
Gotta stick around with my fans. Yeah, dude. I don't know.
But
it's
yeah,
so
mini vlog, I feel like, is something
interesting.
I would love to do, like a little, like, this is what happened in my week, kind of, even like a breakdown on a Substack at one point. But it's like until I'm done this, I can't.
Yeah.
I'll get way too into just whatever. It's like when I got bedbugs and I started playing Pokemon Diamond on my Switch.
That's tough.
Where it's like, oh, I'm not really enjoying this.
Yeah. Recession indicator.
It's like it's a regression indicator. Because I can't deal with...
You can't control your life.
I can't deal with the reality of my situation.
I do feel like we don't talk enough about regression indicators.
Yeah, because you are aware of them when they're happening.
Oh my God.
To you. You're like,
and the way... You know this because I won't shut up about it. And I feel like I'm irritating to be friends with right now.
Okay, I don't think so, but I understand the feeling.
I know you don't think so.
I don't think so now.
Like, you don't think so yet. But like... You know when you can kind of just feel like I'm not bringing anything new to the table, nothing exciting is happening in my life, and then my complaints. Well, I think that's literally it because like my complaints are so like I feel like a regression indicator for me right now is that my mattress is on the damn floor.
Yep,
I can't. Nothing. My dresser's fucked up because I tried to paint strip it. It doesn't work. So I'm like half of my clothes are in a bag.
Yeah.
I sleep in a pile of like linens on the floor.
Yeah.
Like I've got
that's
all
a
these
regression
stacked,
indicator for
like,
sure.
Crates. Like my room looks like I am like a disturbed 17-year-old boy right now.
I love that.
And I'm like, why? Like the way I'm living.
Yep.
And like the floors are dirty because I can't be bothered because
you're living like a 19-year-old boy.
Like I'm living. And I'm like, I am regressing because like I've become, particularly in the last year, I've become pretty anal when it comes to my living space.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Which is nice. It's nice to grow up.
But
like
once
that.
you stop becoming anal about it, then it's a regression indicator.
Yeah.
This is a fun game. I think we should think of more.
Regression indicators?
Yeah, what's your regression indicator? Oh, after reading Summers on the Reaping, I've just started to read all of the Hunger Games. That's a regression indicator.
I literally got my full Hunger Games series last night from my mother's house.
I have brought my friend Lake gave me hers, the Mockingjay season, because I'm trying to go through Mockingjay, but I can't. Spoiler alert for Mockingjay, which probably came out 20 years ago? I don't know when.
Like 10 years ago.
Well, I feel like they came out actually like a lot earlier than you'd think.
Hunger Games I read in 2010.
This is 2008. So yeah, I guess like kind of 10 years ago, you're right.
But Mockingjay, I remember like I bought it on the day it came out.
Yeah, so that's what, like Mockingjay's probably like 2012, something like that, right? So spoiler alert for a book that's over 10 years old.
Prim dies.
Yes, I don't care about that. I actually really famously am a Prim hater. Prim's my final op. I fucking hate
Prim's
her.
Annoying.
Especially in the movies. Love nothing but love and light to that actress. Drives me.
Just giving me nothing.
We watched Mockingjay Part 1 last night, and there's that part where they're like gonna get bombed or whatever.
Oh
and
yeah,
Prim
sure.
goes back for the fucking cat, and that is an act that any other character in that movie doing, I'd be hard eyes. Her doing it is annoying.
Like, fucking move on, Prim.
Get your ass in the bunker.
Out.
Get your ass in the bunker.
I know. I can't.
But
can't with them.
I don't want to finish Mockingjay because Finnick dies. And I'm like, that's going to piss me off.
I can't deal with Finnick dying. It's the saddest shit you've ever seen.
It's so sad. But I'm going to, so that's a regression indicator is always that. Another regression indicator for me is honestly listening to a lot of K-pop, even though I didn't listen to a lot of K-pop when I was growing up. But it's just very much like music that does not challenge me.
Oh yeah, that's pop punk for me.
Yeah.
Regression indicator when all of a sudden I'm listening to Blink 182.
Oh yeah.
And I caught myself. I was listening to like 2 hours straight of Blink 182 like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, regression indicator.
Regression indicator.
I also think getting too involved in any new craft.
Yup.
Any new, and I think it's great to have hobbies.
Yeah.
I think it's great to have it. But like Christina, before she left, I knew that
was journaling.
she was journaling, she was watercoloring.
Yeah.
And she'd park her ass down and watercolor for 5 hours straight. I'm like, you are a lawyer. You need to get up and do something else. Because this isn't fun. The way you're doing this isn't fun and relaxing.
It's ominous.
Yeah, like it's ominous. Like you're painting too much. Like you look like you're in a psychosis. Regression indicator.
Yes, definitely. Wow, that's amazing.
I have a lot actually now that I'm thinking of that.
Okay, give me another one.
Anytime a white person gets too into braiding hair.
Yep.
Regression indicator.
Sorry, because I just finished fucking Fringe, and you know how you take on the verbal tics of people around you?
Sure.
I'm just doing Tim Blair. Yup.
Yup.
I've taken that from him now. It's mine. Culture vulture, Carly Thorne.
What a king
I love him so much.
Great guy. Tim Blair from Tall Boys, the show on CBC.
He was a guest on the podcast. He was a guest on like the 7th. I'm sure no one even noticed that though, because I feel like people aren't familiar with our earlier episodes.
I would love to know this, and I don't know if anyone will answer this, but like if each season, I think we get quite a few new listeners. The summers are a little bit lower.
Yeah, because people are out doing shit.
If you look at the thing, we've been doing the podcast for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Our conception date is soon, I believe.
We should do like a live.
We should do a live for our 2-year anniversary of the first episode. Beautiful. We should also do a live show.
Yeah.
Like an IRL show. But every new season, we get more listeners, and you can kind of see it visually on our little tracker thingy. But I do wonder if, like...
do they go back?
Yeah, presumably most of you guys listening here did not lock in on the first season of Girl Historians back when we were Truth Tanic. Do you go back and listen to the catalog? Because that to me is kind of terrifying.
Oh, I think about that a lot.
Happening is really scary.
I was thinking about that a lot before because, like, obviously we used to work with a producer, and then being like, for some people, if that's what they listen to, like, that's still the reality that they're living in,
right?
Do you know what I mean? Like, people are living in different. Like, if people are listening to Truth Tanic, the person who I was 2 years ago now, 1 year ago,
almost
2 years ago, that's their current version of me. And it's the same thing with YouTube. I'm like, people will have an idea of who I am in their head. Yes. That is the me from like 3 years ago.
Insane.
Isn't that crazy?
Insane.
Like, people would be listening being like, oh, Blair's going through this. It's a thing that you're not even going through you've forgotten about.
Well, because sometimes I'm like, I should go back to those episodes. And then I'm like, I actually don't think I can.
No, well, when I did Fringe, I had to read the land acknowledgement. Like, there was a voiceover of the... So in Canada, because Canada is like a colonial state, not good, not awesome.
Negative.
Yeah, one of the things that like people do now for public gatherings is you have a land acknowledgement where somebody will talk about like the traditional lands in which the gathering is taking place on, right? You talk about, and so in like Toronto specifically, we talk about like the Dish with One Spoon territory, which was a territory, the Dish with One Spoon treaty, which was a treaty that was entered in between the colonizers and the indigenous people,
and everyone respected it,
and it was fine. Everything's good now, guys. But nobody wanted to. So I did a Fringe like sketch comedy live show in Toronto, and they wanted us to do like a pre-recorded land acknowledgement, and no one wanted to do it. So I was like, I'll do it. So I wrote it. I spent maybe 6 hours trying to write it, and then came up with the most basic land acknowledgement you can imagine.
Yeah, it was I figured you just. There's a website you can pull it from.
It's giving copy and paste. But I was like, I've got to do this right. And then they're trying to do it right in quotations. I just did the most basic thing.
But that is right. People who try and put their own spin on it. I'm like,
especially with like a comedy show, it's like, what, I'm going to do it in like a character voice. Like, that's so disrespectful.
Like, oh, how do I make the genocide sound fun and unique to me?
Yeah, I want to make this all about me as a performer right now. And then before every show, they just play the recording of my voice reading it. And I like was truly like plugging my ears backstage because the sound of my own voice removed from my own body is agonizing to me.
Oh, it's crazy.
I really don't mind how I look because I think maybe YouTube, like, I'm used to like with editing videos and whatever, like seeing myself. Yeah. But my voice, yes, I want to buy a gun. Like, I want to end it. But I was like, if people can see in the wings from the audience, it just looks like I'm plugging my ears during the land acknowledgement. It just looks like I'm the worst colonized. I'm just like, ew, I hate it. But I'm like, no, it's self-confidence issues. Yeah. But then what's worse is I'm like, this is awful. And everyone's like, this is just what you sound like. And I'm like, no, you can't say that.
You have a good voice, though. You do.
But when it's removed from who I am, I don't like the sound of it.
When you just have like a can, something else. I thought it would bother me more because I edit the podcast now. Don't be mean to me if there's anything you don't like about it. But like, I thought I'd have a lot more trouble with it. But I think because it's like naturalistic speaking, I'm like, oh, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, I actually am. I think that's probably better for me too. I think you're right. Like, if I'm talking with you, I'm like, well, I'm just talking with my girl.
Yeah, it just sounds normal.
But if I'm having to read a speech, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it is hard. Like, it's real practice though. If I say something really stupid or I sound dumb, I'm like, I can't cut this out because Carly can't just cut out something that I know.
That's why I don't really listen to the episodes anymore, because I feel like if I do every single episode, like, I'll be such a control freak. But every episode I'll be like, you have to cut this out. You have to cut this out. Where it's like, I gotta let go, let God. I've got to trust that people are going to take things in good faith, and if people take things in bad faith, that's okay.
I also think, like, you don't actually say many crazy things.
No, but the thing online is, like, you're never ever going to please everyone, which is fine.
Someone's always going to be like, fuck you, die.
And that's fine. Like,
I love hearing that.
I love hearing that it does well. The only thing that ever make me spiral about the podcast is whenever I get interrupting allegations. You know that this will... I'll be off kilter for... a week or two.
I feel like tables have turned though. I feel like I catch myself interrupting you way more now. It's because I think you've overcorrected.
So respectful.
Just letting yourself get like
being
moan
so
over.
Respectful, being so quiet.
Interrupting Carly.
Well, it's hard too because we I like it when we get recognized in public together from like us gabbing, because we do just truly all we do is talk. All we do is talk.
I know.
There's nobody who can match my yap. Like we just chat.
We also revisit subjects constantly, which I think like whenever people like, how do you, because I remember once we were telling Alex Kalenko, friend of the pod, like, oh yeah, like we come over, we talk for 3 hours, then we start the podcast, and he's like, what, how the fuck do you guys do that? And it's like, well, because we revisit topics.
Oh, definitely.
We're not talking about brand new material all the time.
No, we're just chatting away. But like, I feel like when we talk in person, we both interrupt each other, because when you talk in person, there's like we're on very level playing field, I feel like, where it's like, if I want to talk and you interrupt me, I'll be like, wait, no, let me say something. And if you want to talk and I interrupt you, you'll say that. But then like when you put that in a podcast where people don't necessarily understand the depth of our dynamic, like I think people who listen to all of it understand, but if you're dropping in for a couple, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a little, you got to be presentational in some way.
Definitely. And there's always just going to be like wounds where like there's just certain like, and I really, really hate, because I do think people bring up ADHD as an excuse to be bad people. I've seen that trend online being like, you can't. I don't think that everybody does that, but I've seen a real trend, especially of people who are like front facing online, being like, well, you can't criticize me because I have ADHD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then people are like, no, I have ADHD and I'm criticizing you. Like, it's fine. But there's like wounds that happen when you are like that as a kid, where it's like, if I forget stuff or I'm late because I forgot to go somewhere, I'm like, I immediately spiral where I'm like, I'm bad. And the interrupting of it all, because when you're like a little kid and you interrupt because you're just a kid and your teacher's like, don't interrupt. That is very disrespectful. Yeah. You know, like it's like a sensitive. Everyone has like sensitive stuff from their childhood. Where it's like, as a kid, you learned that, so it's
and you'll never feel better about it.
It's just not. It's impossible. That's like a core wound of who I am. Where it's like there's other stuff that like I actually don't care about at all. Like if people are like, you're wrong, I'm like, okay, probably,
sure,
I'm open to that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's just like it hits harder. There's a couple of things like that for me. I don't want to think about that because I'll probably just make myself upset for no reason. But like there have been times that like with growing up, you kind of have to say like, hey, I know it's crazy. Yeah. But you saying that thing really upsets me. Yeah. And I don't know. There's really nothing else to say. Or no real rhyme or reason to being upset about that.
I know that I'm technically overreacting.
Yes. I know I sound crazy.
But I really do just need you to like to do this.
Yeah. I need you to rock with me on this one real quick.
The only other thing I wanted to talk to you about on the podcast was that I did that improv show with Colin Mockery.
Oh my God.
And I big timed him in the dressing room by accident.
Okay, so Colin Mockery is from
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
The improv show.
Tall Canadian man.
Yeah, he is actually really tall. What's funny is like
he's so tall.
So Whose Line Is It Anyway is like a short form improv show that was like an American show that was on a bunch. And they always did reruns of it when I was growing up. And those were the only two things that I would record on the DVR because my parents would work. So I would come home and I could just watch TV and I would watch, I'd make a roast beef sandwich and either watch Criminal Minds or Whose Line Is It Anyway.
Roast beef sandwich is amazing.
Yes. And when I told my therapist that, she was like, that makes a lot of sense. I'm either mainlining short form improv comedy
or roast beef
or Criminal Minds
or Criminal, yes,
and always roast beef. Period.
And by the way, I'm eating a roast.
By the way, I'm having a roast beef sandwich.
Yes.
And I must have been like 12. But that's like a seminal show for me is Whose Line Is It Anyway? I feel like a lot of people who end up doing improv as an adult, like that is a seminal show for, and him and Ryan Stiles, improv comedian from, I believe, Detroit, really hold the fort down. And then there's Wayne Brady from Orlando, Florida. Maybe Tampa. But Wayne Brady was also on it. But
it's like, very funny. And then they would always get, and guys, I hate to say this, they would always get the worst woman. The worst woman they could find.
They would just kind of cycle through. There's a couple of others. The boss from True Jackson VP was on it all the time.
Huge.
But like they would cycle through. The third chair would be cycled through between just like, and the women really couldn't hang, which does suck. But I also think it's a dynamic thing. Like you're being dropped in, it's an impossible situation.
Yeah, you get three men together
who have been doing this for 3 years together, and you're just kind of popped in.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah. But he is a Canadian and he lives in Toronto. He's a lovely man. And I am obsessed with him. I've been to like Christmas parties with him before and been like, I cannot talk to him.
I'm so scared.
Because he is like, it's like when I ran into the Maisie Peter of it all. It's like, this is a person who is exponentially famous to me than they actually are in real life.
Oh, yeah.
So like, I am never, especially with Colin Mockery, I'm never ever going to get what I want from him, which is for him to turn to me and be like, you're the voice of a generation. Like, what I want from him,
Yeah, you're never gonna be satisfied.
doesn't exist. What I want from him is psychosis. Like, I want something that will not exist because I like that validate. Like, it's not possible for him to give me the validation.
Yeah,
that I need.
Yeah.
So it's like so when I was on this show with him, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be really, really normal because I haven't approached him ever before. I really don't want to be like fan vibes. I really just want to be like normal and nice.
Yes.
So we're in the green room and I introduced myself to him. I'm like, oh, I'm Carly. You're gonna be with me and Gazelle. Like, this is what we're gonna like. This is what the show is. Whatever. Like, if you have any questions, let me know. And he was like, oh, thank you so much. I'm Colin. And I went, Colin? And then I immediately went, sorry, I know who you are. And
I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone in the green room, like Alex Kalenko and everybody was like, that's sickness, Carly. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, but that is crazy. I like
in my brain, I'm like, he's never introduced himself to me.
Yeah.
I don't mind it when it's somebody who like who likes my content. That's fine for me if they know who I am.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody I know through like comedy, kind of in an arena that I'm not used to meeting somebody in that way, is just like, well, I know who you are, and tries to like gas me up. I don't want to be gassed up. I really want to be like feel like I'm on level playing field with everyone else. I want to feel like we're all kind of peers. So I was like, oh, it'll be nice if I pretend like I don't know who he is.
Yes.
I don't think that's what happened. I think I seemed insane.
Yeah. I know, but like that's how it always is though, is that like the most famous people I've ever met, I've had the most normal interactions with. Yeah. Or I've had like borderline kind of like when I met Adam, the first time I talked to Adam DeMarco, I mixed him up with another guy. And so I referenced something we had talked about before. And he was just like, oh yeah, ha ha ha, that's so funny. Like, you're funny, blah, blah, blah. And walked away. And I was like, weird. Like, I acted super weird. I was like, that was so fucking Adam DeMarco.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I mixed him up with just like another guy with brown hair. And then like, when I met a guy once who got the Come From Away scholarship, the scholarship they sing at the end of Come From Away.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking weird to this guy.
That's what I mean, where it's like, because it's niche,
not famous at all.
Because it's niche, you have to be, you're weirder.
Yeah. Like, I'm just like, not to be weird, but this is the coolest thing anyone's ever told me that they've done.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I was like, I can't say to him what I want to say to him, which is to be like, because I'm sure he gets it all the time, and it's so just like rogue, like emotional, like just bombs being dropped on him, where it's like being like, you're the reason I'm doing this today, whatever. Like, he's just trying to he's just here to try to collect some, like a check and then leave. He doesn't need that. Yeah. But there's an in the middle.
Yes.
There's an in the middle between being like, Colin?
I'm
like, that's what I do to Harry Styles. Harry? Sorry, Harry?
What's your name? Sorry, repeat. Harry?
I didn't hear.
Hello?
Is it Harry? Is that right? Cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other weird celebrity interactions.
I just really don't talk to celebrities because I know I'll be weird. Like celebrities that are people I actually care about. You know what I mean?
I met Chris Redd when I was really drunk at Comedy Bar once, and I said something that pissed him off, and I don't. Brendan will know what it is. Okay. But I don't know.
We'll have to find out later.
What it was, but I didn't realize he was famous. I think I might have asked him if he was from Toronto.
And he was pissed about that? Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, he was on SNL.
I know, but like, I don't know.
And I think he started dating Kenan Thompson's ex-wife or something crazy like that. Yeah, something crazy like that.
Kenan Thompson
presents. I love getting loose SNL drama through the grapevine, like the biggest version of worldwide of a comedian, a broken telephone. Where it's like somebody in New York told somebody who told somebody else who told somebody who lives in New York who's from Toronto who told somebody from Toronto who told me. Yeah. And I'm like, it might be this.
I know.
It could be this, but it's obviously been put through and like a comedian broken telephone is different than a regular broken telephone, where it's like the story then gets sanded down to sound funnier but more untrue.
Yes. So it's way worse.
Where it's
but
like
not funny.
It's full of references and stuff. Where it's like, oh, it's like something happens about like Ozempic or whatever, right? And you're like, I don't know. Like there's definitely maybe a kernel of truth here, but we've all sanded it down to seem more interesting. Yeah. And now the real truth is just gibberish.
The real truth is just darker and boring.
Exactly. So people are like,
no, but I love getting random gossip through the train of like the entertainment industry because like when it hits, it hits. Like I remember when I heard that Timothy Chalamet had spread chlamydia through NYU.
And that was huge.
And I heard that through, like I was like it was the same thing. It was like someone who was at NYU told someone who like was in New York visiting someone who told me.
Yeah.
And so I got like third-hand account. And I was like, that's crazy, whatever. And then years later, it kind of became like
it came out
the topic. And I was like, I
remember
heard
that.
this actually like third hand.
Wow.
Which is not first hand. But it was third hand.
But it's better than just hearing about it online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I got told this.
Ooh,
it was gossip about our friends.
Yeah.
Weird.
I love that.
I love a little random tea bit.
I remember getting a bit of that about the Gossip Girl cast, the reboot cast, because my friend Sarah was doing nails on the set of Chucky here. And one of the girls from Gossip Girl, her younger sister, was on Chucky.
Oh, huge.
And she was FaceTiming her sister, talking about the drama while getting her nails done on Chucky.
Tea.
So stuff like that. Yeah, just like random people being in like, you know, I love just like somebody knows somebody. Whenever one of my friends gets in a big project, I'm like, thank God. I'm about to get so much tea.
Yeah, you're about to get the info.
Yeah. But now it's been like, it's the worst broken telephone in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's getting more intense with every retell. You know?
Yeah.
Like the story is getting flattened into like a good story as opposed to what actually happened.
Also, like, do you ever catch yourself kind of embellishing stories?
That's what I mean. I do it too.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's embellish is the right way of saying it.
Yeah, where it's just like, I'm telling the story because like the truth is there, but like I've repeated it so many times that like
I figured out how to make it a good story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I've added element. Like I'm not lying about it.
I'm just adding elements.
I'm adding a little tidbit here, a little tidbit there. Yeah. That's funny. I guess we should maybe get into the actual topic.
I know.
It's so hard to be us. All right, so today we're talking about Jackie Kennedy. A little disclaimer, I was telling Carly, as with a lot of our seasons, the things overlap on top of each other, and a lot of the times we're talking about specific instances, and to get a full view, we're providing you with a puzzle piece to add to the
puzzle.
Mosaic.
Yeah, the puzzle.
The mosaic, the puzzle of the topic. Oh no. Baby tired. Carly's rubbing her eyes.
I don't know what happened.
Oh no. But you know when like you hit the midday and you're like, I'm gonna do everything today.
I know. It's 5 p.m. and I'm like, time for dinner.
I always my mother's like this too, but I have no interest in being awake from the hours of 4 to 6 p.m.
It's not a good time. I 100% agree.
I really like
I should wake up at 6.
Yes.
And then get the rest of the day over with. But it's like, there's nothing for me between 4 and 6.
I'm considering trying to shift my mornings a lot, like not crazy earlier, but right now I wake up between like 8:30 and 9:30, and I kind of want to be a 7:30 girl.
I love that.
Because even though
you have the whole day ahead of you.
Exactly. And like, but like with the notion that I will need a nap in between.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You know what I mean?
I want you to try that out and let me know how it goes.
Yeah. Especially because my new house has a garden and I really want to get up in the morning and
be in the garden.
Tend to the garden.
Yeah, I love that.
This is my goal. And you're going to help me with my garden. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I feel very like, because I'm a Taurus, I feel like I should just know, like I should look at the plants and I know what they need.
But nobody has that. Like you just learn through doing. You just learn through doing it. And the only way to learn is to do it. And it is innate. Like once you're out there and you start, it really is just like gardening is like an exercise in care. It's just when like I'm going out every day, I'm going to look at them. But like I've gardened like for like 2 years. And today I'm like my raspberry plant and my strawberry plants, like they just have like dead leaves. And I'm like, is that something I'm doing or is this natural? Yeah. Like, it's just, that's the way of life. Like, is just that plants are going to be kind of random and weird, you know?
Yeah, I got to get a farmer's almanac.
Ooh, I love that.
Jackie Kennedy. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So she's born Jackie Bouvier.
Right.
I always want to say Jackie Bouvier. I don't know why. Bouvier.
It's Bouvier.
Jacqueline Bouvier. Yes.
Yeah.
She's born on July 28th, 1929, making her a Leo. And her sister Lee is born 4 years later. So this is interesting because her and her sister Lee are very competitive with each other. It's kind of like, it mirrors, in my opinion, kind of like the Jack and Joe dynamic.
Yeah.
That JFK had going on with his older brother. But in this case, Jackie is the oldest and Lee is the younger one. And so Jackie's always kind of like the prize child a little bit.
Yeah.
And Lee kind of follows after her a little bit. So she grew up on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Her family was very wealthy.
Heard of it.
I've heard of it. Upper East Side. Hey, Upper East Siders.
Hey, Upper East Siders. It's me, Jackie Kennedy.
Jackie Kennedy. Jay. Jay was spotted with Jay.
Oh.
And then they went to Jay's house. It's really hard to beat Gossip Girl in the 60s because they're all Jays.
It's tough.
It's really tough. And her summers were spent in the Hamptons, life in the Upper East Side.
I know these lives aren't perfect, but I really wish it was mine.
Yeah.
I know her life was not perfect, obviously.
Yes. No, I agree. I'm like, what must that have been like?
Because it sounds so good, but I know every life isn't perfect.
Sure.
But to be an Upper East Side girl whose summer's in the Hamptons.
I know, like, come on.
I want that. I want a summer.
I want like a summer. And to be honest, I do think that like it's probably achievable within our lifetimes, no matter whether or not we come into extreme wealth or not.
Yeah.
But like I really envy people who's like, this is my summer and I go to this area and I do this thing. Like
yeah,
my
I want a summer as a verb. I want to be like, oh, I'm summering in Huntsville.
Well, like, you know, my thing is like, I want to buy a cottage.
I know, me too.
That's all I really want. I have no interest in any other property ownership. I just want like a cottage that the girls and I can go to.
Yeah, we're going up to Blair's cottage this weekend.
That's what I'm saying. But like you can own it with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we should go in on it together.
Like I feel like it's
the Girl
like
Historians Memorial Cottage. Not a memorial. Not a memorial.
Memorializing JFK. The Girl Historians
the
JFK Memorial Cottage.
Pretty funny.
In Huntsville, Ontario.
Yeah.
Why not? So they lived in a building on Park Avenue that their grandfather built. Sorry, I'm on battery saver and my phone loves to turn off. So their grandfather was like a real estate developer. So they lived in a big, beautiful building. As I said, the two sisters were always in competition. So they were always really
healthy.
Their father was a guy whose name was Blackjack Bouvier.
No.
Obviously, his real name was Jack.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't,
But it wasn't. But he was obviously very rich. He was known to kind of fluctuate his money. He would make like bad investments. He would gamble. Mm-hmm. Just very up and down. This is a fully coming from the mind of a disturbed woman, me. He sounds gay. He sounds gay.
just from the vibe you're getting?
Just from the vibe. But it's like truly like any source you find on this guy, it's like he was well dressed. He loved shopping. He knew the right brands. Like he loved to hang out and do girl things with his daughters. And I'm like, so he's gay? Like, come on.
I can't own this. I can't have a video.
Oh, yeah. YouTube's going to come after you for calling a Blackjack Bouvier gay. Oh, yeah, that's a cancellation. My fave is problematic. Jesus.
There can't be a video of me online being like, yep, if he likes to shop, he's gay.
Gay boys be shopping.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, that's what I'm going to get. Oh, yeah. Oh, Blair says that gay boys be shopping.
Stop saying gay boys.
What? They do. They be shopping. The only person who had an Alexander McQueen scarf at my high school was a gay boy.
Oh my God.
And now he's a photographer.
Wow, very glam.
Or not. Actually, I kind of made that up.
Are the Alexander McQueen scarves, is that the one with the little skulls on it?
Skulls on it. Yeah, that was chic as fuck.
Very chic.
I was like, that's ugly, but it's chic.
But it really, of the time, I think I agree. So much of the stuff in in the 2010s or whatever, I knew was ugly, but I still thought was chic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I feel like there were so many bad cases. We've talked about it before, but just like the Michael Kors of it all.
I know.
The idea of Michael Kors coming up as a like bread-winning luxury brand.
Yeah, she has a Michael Kors bag.
She has a Michael Kors bag. She got the little Michael Kors flats.
Yep.
Cling, 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 cling. So he loved his daughters. He doted on them. He would go and take them shopping.
No, I can't.
No comment. I'm not saying anything. I'm letting the words speak for themselves. Oh my God. So Jackie grew up looking up to her father. He also returned the favor and very much favored her over her younger sister.
Yikes. That's tough.
He called her the most beautiful daughter a man ever had.
That's tough.
But God, that's gotta feel good if you're Jackie.
Oh my God. I would feel bad about it in the moment if my dad said that about me and not my sister. But I'd also afterwards be like, hey, that's great. You're like, yes,
that rocks.
Yes.
I turned out fine.
Well, my dad's like, I'm not worried about you.
Like, Yes. I know my mom would always say that to me, like during, like just my whole life. She'd be like, it's so great. I never have to worry about you. And then obviously anytime I had a problem, biggest secret in the world.
Yeah, you can't tell them because they're not worried about you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, I'm the one who's not the worry.
I can't add to the worry because I'm not the worry.
No, I'm not the worry. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm the fine one.
I'm really fine.
And everything's okay.
I'm feeling great.
I feel amazing. I love developing alcoholism.
It's great.
Inadvertently at the age of 20.
Because, you don't want to be the problem.
No, I'm not a problem. She was an accomplished equestrian. She rode horses. I was going to say drove horses.
She drove them, though.
She drove them. She wrangled that mule.
Ooh.
The amount that I don't know about horses.
I don't know anything about horses either. I do like them. I think if I was a bit richer, I could have been a horse girl. My sister loves horses.
Yeah.
She knows a lot about them, but she's like embarrassed about it because she's like, I'm a horse girl. You know what I mean?
You and your sister both give horse fans.
It's kind of crazy that I didn't really have a horse growing up. Because it does, because I do think if you think about me,
you should
I
have
feel
a
like
horse.
I would have a horse named Skittles.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
And I'd be
or
like,
a
that horse is my best friend.
One of my good
love a
friends lives in Guelph and she's got a horse and she is like a total unabashed horse girl. Which, like, great.
Which, let your freak flag fly.
Let your freak flag fly. But she took me to her horse barn. Oh, my God. I just lost the ability to speak.
We've hit we've hit the talking wall.
We hit the talking wall.
Talking wall?
We hit the talking wall. But she took me to the barn where her horse lives because they rent out a little, like, barn apartment for the horse. And I was so fucking scared. I was like, this is a big animal.
They're really big. They're like if a car was an animal. Like, they are muscle. They are... It's crazy. They're really amazing.
I understand why they call cars horsepower.
Yeah.
How many horses?
Because horses are quite powerful.
How many horses are powering this car? That's the question. So there was a lot of strain on her parents' marriage because her father was an alcoholic. However, I've written in my notes, this is really an interesting spelling error that I've made. Instead of alcoholic, I wrote allocogolive.
He's an allocogolive, whatever that means to you.
Yeah, so her father was an allocogolive.
Whatever that means to you, you know what that is.
Alcoholic. Actually, like a shocking misspelling of the word alcoholic. I'm maybe not okay. So her father was an alcoholic and they had a lot of like fluctuating investments, as I mentioned. So also around this time, it would have been like, the stock market crashed.
Yep.
They were also... If you want to know more about this, I would talk to someone who understands stocks.
Yep.
However, there is a connection between the Jack Kennedy's father, Joe Sr.
Yeah.
And
I have to stop.
What?
The last 5 minutes has just been me going, yup.
No, it's good. You're just doing Tim Blair on the podcast.
I can't stop.
Yup.
Yup.
Yup. You're also like trying to mimic his voice, which you can't. His voice is so low.
Yeah, but that's what's like why it's not like me trying to, but it is me doing it because it sounds funny.
I understand it.
It's become a verbal tick.
No, it's okay. I just think taking on the verbal tics of your friends is beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's community.
It's community. It's really nice. Except when your friend has a terrible verbal tic.
I know. You're like, great. Now we're all saying swag.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I know. Who started with the swag?
I don't think swag is. I feel like mama is a big one for us.
Mama?
That's Ben.
Yeah, I say mama. Mama.
Hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
Because I've been saying swag like it's nobody's business lately.
Ooh, maybe I'll start with that.
Because it's just like it hits, It's like swag.
Swag. Love.
Swag. There's a couple. I'm going to hate the ones from TikTok. Christina has a few that she just pulls from TikTok that actually they're banned.
Yeah.
They're banned in the house now.
Yeah.
One of them is the shorty.
I'm not on TikTok, but that's for you guys.
Yeah.
So there's a connection between them via stocks.
Yes. So I don't want to butcher this, but basically part of what Joe Sr. did was put a cap on kind of like something in the stocks that was making the Bouviers a lot of money.
Okay.
And so in a way, Joe Sr. inadvertently prevented the Bouviers from making a bunch of money that they would have otherwise been entitled to.
Okay.
Due to this like sanction that they put on it. Maybe should have researched this a little more, but
that makes sense. You've explained it well.
But basically they
it's not Beauvoir, it's Bouviers.
Jackie Bouvier. Bouvier. Jackie Bouvier.
I don't know.
I'm going to look this up because now I'm doubting myself.
You're probably right. It's just always stuff like this I don't know.
I know. And, I really struggle with the French of it all. I think because Canadian French is so fucked.
Well, that's what it is so true. It's like I don't know how they're pronouncing. Are they pronouncing it anglicized? Are they pronouncing it French? Or are they pronouncing it French Canadian?
Jackie Bouvier, pronunciation. Okay.
Let's hear it. Is this the ad?
No.
Jacqueline Lee Bouvier Kennedy.
Bouvier.
Great.
Yeah, I got it right.
Bouvier Kennedy.
So you guys know,
Bouvier.
and if you don't agree with that, you can fight with the,
that's
the
great.
YouTube video.
Yeah, that's great.
But basically, so in the Bouvier household, they were like very like Joe Senior sucks.
He stopped us from making money.
Yeah. So like
stocks.
she grew up hating her future father-in-law kind of thing. Not like hating him, but being
Yeah,
like,
of course.
this guy sucks kind of thing, which is really interesting. It's just like so interesting because there are a lot of parallels between the Bouviers and the Kennedys in a way that is like, it's very interesting that they ended up getting together the way they did, and also getting together in a way that like it didn't feel obvious, even though, anyway. Yeah, so her parents had a really, really strained marriage, and in 1940, they divorce. The mother, like her mother, Jacqueline's mother, moves in with an even richer family where they already had 3 kids. And so Jackie and her sister Lee very much felt like outsiders in this family kind of thing. So they moved from like one rich family to an even richer family, but now they're not really feeling like they're like a full family unit, very kids of divorce. And also like to be divorced in the year 1940, that's got to be so much more ostracizing.
Definitely. It's not normal. It's like a big kind of shame.
Yeah, for sure. And they're Catholic too, right? Like,
yeah,
it's Catholics do not like divorce.
No, that feeling when you're Catholic.
That feeling when you're Catholic. So then as the 2 sisters approach their 20s, they start to think about marriage, and they like, they very much like the Kennedys see marriage as a way to kind of enter the like highest rung of society.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for you to jump as high as you can.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, this is how far up the ladder with a match can you go, which is crazy.
Really healthy way to think about relationships, I think.
Really healthy, really, really healthy way. So they both debut at society balls. They're both kind of crowned the rose of the season, or whatever the hell they call it, like pick of the season kind of thing.
The diamond of the season.
But Lee was very much seen like Lee's the prettier one,
okay,
kind of thing. But Jackie's the more like charming one.
Yeah. So
again, in 1952, Jackie's engaged to a stockbroker, but she broke it off. The marriage, like that engagement was kind of like this guy was really into her, really loved her, and Jackie just like wasn't into it.
She wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling it. She broke it off. And then she goes to Washington and becomes a photojournalist. So she at one point works at the same paper. I'm not sure if it's at the same time, but like the same paper that Kick worked at.
Okay.
So has a little journalism career. She's working in Washington. And you have to consider, like, she's well educated, she's smart, she's charming, she's beautiful. She's from this like, well-established family. She's kind of got the whole package a little bit, and she's on the hunt.
Okay.
So she meets JFK in 1953.
Right.
So she's 23 years old.
Okay.
And they first come out as a couple at Eisenhower's inauguration. He was 13 years older than her, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, because she's 1929 and he's 1916. Am I wrong about that? Let me check that.
I can't. You know me and numbers. I can't remember numbers.
Just us putting our heads together, trying to remember one single year on this podcast.
It's a struggle.
Really a beautiful thing to behold. But you know what? It's beautiful. Yeah. So he was 1917. So he's like 12 years older than her.
Great.
So
Ezra Fitz vibes.
A little bit of a thing there.
Yeah.
So they debut at this ball,
She's obsessed with asparagus, by the way, and has told, like, when she tells the story of how they meet, it's like, he asked me to pass the asparagus and then asked me out on a date or whatever. But she has like 7 different asparagus recipes online.
Yeah.
And when he tells the story, he doesn't include the asparagus. Like, she's uniquely obsessed with asparagus.
No, she's lying.
Yeah, she's like, asparagus was there, thank God.
Yeah. Thank God my favorite green was there.
My comfort food, asparagus, there.
God, disgusting.
Considered foreign in the 50s and 60s.
That's crazy.
I don't know where it's from, but it just gives the vibes. They're like, well, it's not meat jello, so it's pretty foreign. Any vegetable is pretty foreign.
Some people I really do think have like a food memory. Like they really remember what they're eating and why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think she might have a bit of that.
Like I have no memory of anything.
No, I agree. I don't have any memory of things. I think it's like also for me, like my stomach can be so finicky that I'm like, I don't know.
I like to hit it and quit it.
Yeah, I'm like, it was a carb. It was good. It was buttered noodles.
It sustained me.
Exactly.
It got me through the night.
It did what it needed to do.
No, like whenever people are just like the best pasta, like this pasta versus this pasta, like all those people are like the best vodka rigatoni in Toronto, and I've tried 17 of them. I'm like, I would not be able to tell you the difference between the
No, I'd be like,
babe.
they're all good. They're vodka.
They're good. I'm always
rigatoni.
happy when someone gives me a vodka rigatoni. I'm like,
not
all right,
mad. Yeah,
great, I'll have it. Yum. Or people when they're like, I'm ranking smash burgers, I'm like, this is all the same.
I know.
Unless it's really, really good or really
The
bad.
only difference that I would love for someone to tell me is genuinely like a good chocolate chip cookie.
Yes.
In Toronto, because so often bakery chocolate chip cookies are very hard, right? Like it's like meant to be served hard. I want the equivalent of like a gooey, delicious chocolate chip cookie in Toronto.
Have you had a La Gourmand cookie?
No.
They're like $7 a pop, but damn, are they good?
Where do you get them?
La Gourmand is at Spadina and Queen.
Okay.
But then sometimes I feel like they give cookies to other places to sell.
Okay.
But if you're
I'll be
looking
on the
for
look.
like
If
a
I'm,
really
I'll be down
classic-
there. I'll be down there next week. I'll get one.
It's on Spadina, like a bit south
Okay.
of Queen. I think it might be closer to like Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely check
I'll
it out.
report
Let me know.
back.
Let me know. They are so comically expensive though.
Well, that's fine. If I'm going to like get a chocolate chip cookie, like I'm not like
Yes.
doing it every day. I'm like on the search for a good chocolate chip cookie. That's fine.
Have you tried crumble cookies?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
We should try crumble cookies, and we should also go to the Dufferin Mall and try their new Mormon soda shop.
Oh, shut up. Okay, sorry. Fuck crumble cookies.
We're going to the Mormon soda
We
shop.
gotta go to the Mormon. I have to do a Walmart trip soon.
I'll go
the fact
with
that I'm
you.
moving.
I'll go with you.
So
And we can go to like what? It's not Swig. It's a different one, but it's the same. It's a Mormon soda shop.
that's perfect.
I know.
Okay, let's do that, and we can vlog it and put it on the Patreon.
Great.
But I need to go to Walmart and kind of stand with my head in my hands in like the storage aisle. You know what I mean?
It's funny to vlog at the Dufferin Mall, like
Yeah.
the most liminal space in the entire world, just like a depressing mall in the middle of Toronto.
Hey,
But I love the Dirty Duff. It's one
yeah.
of the only items left of old Toronto. Like
feels
there's
like
no
I'm-
reason it shouldn't be a condo by now.
no, I feel like I'm in 2007 when I'm there.
It's beautiful.
I'm like, this is great.
It feels as though one of those places where like
They
in
forgot.
movies. Yeah, it's like you go in a movie and we're like, whoa, all these people are here. But then we talk to people and they're like, no, the Duffer Mall doesn't exist. And everyone who's there is just trapped in there as like a ghost.
Yes, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to like Canada's Wonderland and like a bunch of people there have like split dyed hair still.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
like, where are these people from?
Where do you live?
But they live here. They only live at the Duffer Mall.
Yeah, they don't leave.
I think they have a Cinnabon at the Duffer Mall too.
They do. I actually know that.
Oh, baby.
I actually feel like I've eaten Cinnabon maybe once in my life, maybe twice in my whole life.
I had a breakdown about a month ago and I Uber Eats to Cinnabon.
Oh, perfect.
It was I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. It was so fucking good. I have zero, even financially, I have zero regrets. It was worth it.
No, that's what I think Uber Eats is for breakdowns.
It's for a breakdown.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
for a
be doing
breakdown.
it for like dinner night tonight. It's
No.
for, I need a Cinnabon
Yeah.
yesterday.
It's like I need a McFlurry
Yes.
or I'm going to jump off
I'm gonna
my
jump off
roof.
yes. And then you have it and you go, everything's
All
okay.
right, yeah, we're actually okay. We're fine now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what was the worst thing I ever during the pandemic? Me and my roommate Uber Eats funnel cakes.
Oh my
And I think
God.
that was
Oh
like
my God.
peak mental illness.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
And they were pretty good.
I'm never mad at a funnel cake. We got to go to the X this year, dude. Get a funnel cake at the X.
I would love to. The X is one of the so the exhibition is the exhibition. It's just like a big fair in
It's like
Toronto.
you know how there's those traveling fairs where they like pack the rides out of like a van kind of vibe. It's like that.
It's massive.
It's massive, and it's like the fair is pretty much the same size. I would say it's like a county fair. Like when I was in Maryland, the fair is that size. But they also have like a Canadian dairy farmers exhibit that's in a different warehouse where you just go and they just make sculptures out of butter. They have like a huge food hall with all these different foods and stuff like that.
It's just fun.
It's a lot of fun. I got a vegan currywurst there last year. It was so fun. And they have like lemonade. I went last year, rode the log ride, and the water got in my mouth. And I was like, well, that's it for me.
Yeah, we're done.
I've got a flesh-eating bacteria for sure.
Yeah, it's all over.
It's worth noting that at the X2, the workers who are supposed to check ride safety have been on strike for like 2 years. And so every year somebody dies. Like every year somebody is thrown from a ride. It's not that funny.
I'm joking. Jesus. That's not funny, but that's crazy.
But it's like just in every year.
It's really not good. Yeah, the rides also look rickety as fuck. Like, I'm not someone who would usually even note something like that, but I'm like, guys, this looks not good. The roller coaster's shaking.
Last year, Reese and I went on like basically they have like that ski lift, and the bar comes down like up to like your neck. Like you could just slide out, and the entire time we were like iron grip on the side of the ski lift, being like, I am going to slide out and I'm going to die on this pavement. All that's to say is they have like fair food. They have like deep fried Oreos, delish. Oh yeah. Deep fried Snickers bar, delish.
Just anything deep fried.
Funnel cakes.
But it also is dangerous because you'll be like, oh yeah, I'll get us a couple of lemonades. $35 later.
Yup.
Crazy.
It's the lemonades
criminal.
there are like, and it's also at the end of August, so it's like peak wasp season, where like what happens to the wasps. I don't know if this is a worldwide thing, but here it's like basically Labor Day, like the queen wasp will die. Mm-hmm. And then all the male simp wasps are then just left to their own devices.
I didn't know that's why.
Yeah, and they just fly around and they're menaces for like 3 weeks.
Gangs of wasps.
Just gangs of roving wasps.
Horrible.
Wanting to sting the fuck out of you. I went to a child's birthday party because my nephew was born like at the very end of August, and the 3 years I went to his birthday party in a park on Labor Day weekend, you have no idea how much a toddler can be stung by a wasp. You can't even fathom
He's
how
fresh
much
meat.
These toddlers are being stung by wasps.
Oh yeah.
Also at one of those birthday parties, my nephew's like, his friend pushed him to the ground, and then Robin, my nephew, grabbed a knife from the table to like stab him, and Reese had to be like, whoa. 1.5 years, like I guess 2 years old officially.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was really paternal. I did not even register what was happening.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it was a real animal instinct to just be like, oh, you push me down? I'm gonna stab you.
I will kill you with weapons.
You think I'll kill you with this knife, this butter knife?
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids will fight like that. Kids will fully duel. Yeah. They'll be like, it's time for you to die. It's time for you to meet your maker.
This is what makes sense. By the way, I'm 2. I have no real understanding of life and death. I think I might try my hand at murder.
Yeah.
In the first degree.
And it's premeditated.
It's premeditated.
And I've been thinking about it.
And I think it's time.
Okay, so back to Jackie in the meantime. So they debut as a couple. They kind of matched in a way on a couple of factors, which is that like Jack's previous relationship before with like that like Inga girl and like all the different ladies that he saw, like they were never quite really on his level mentally. Like he would kind of get bored of them, and like you have to think like at this time
he was like the smart senator. Like he wrote a book.
Smart, like, and so like the thing with Jackie was that like he wasn't bored of her.
Yeah,
and I was reading like a couple of different accounts and listening to a few different podcasts of like what did they actually think of each other, and I think what I've come to is that I think that there was like a really intense mutual appreciation that could be called love.
Definitely.
Where like was it really, and like how do you define love?
That's what's no, but it is so true. It's like that might be what their definition of that is. Mm-hmm. Like people have different definitions of what love means to them.
Sure.
Like I don't know. It's hard. Because like you could say like, yes, love is all passion, but then like I see some relationships where it's all passion and I'm like, that's hell. That's nightmarish to me.
I kind of don't think that it should be all passion.
No.
Because that's just fully dopamine hits. And when you stop getting dopamine hits,
definitely,
like, what do you do?
I agree.
When you
is that gonna stay for 40 years? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Like I think you should have some passion.
Definitely. It shouldn't be passionless.
Yeah.
But it is like I think a lot of people would maybe define like if you just ask them without thinking like, what is love? There'd be a focus really on being like that lightning strike.
I would say,
whatever.
I would say, baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more.
No more.
Yes. So they have a mutual respect, kind of an appreciation for each other.
Yes. So they're matched on that. They don't feel like they're going to get bored with each other. She went to all the right schools. She has the right education. She has a job. Like she's like, she's very rich, but she's like a quote unquote like self-made woman. And his father really likes her. Joe Sr.'s like, I like her.
That's nice.
And that's a big,
yeah.
As again, who has their hand in the Kennedy pot more than the father?
No one is stirring that pot the way that Joe Sr. is.
I know. It's bananas. So Jackie, before she gets married to Jack, Jackie and Jack also crazy.
Crazy.
Can you imagine if you were Reese and Reese?
Yeah. Yuck.
Reese and Reese.
Honestly, yuck.
Yucky. Also, Reese, is that a name?
I don't think so.
It sounds bad.
I guess the difference would actually be Carl and Carly.
Oh, that's way better. That was me centering men.
Wow.
Wow.
Check yourself.
Carly? I'm sorry. Fuck. She gets like 5 different warnings from different people that the Kennedy men are unfaithful.
Which is too many warnings, I would say.
One is from Jack's mother.
Okay. That's tough. That's a tough one to receive.
Yeah.
She's basically like, listen.
He's going to cheat on you.
But that's okay.
That's okay. That's what it is.
That's just part of it.
Yeah.
And you look the other way and she's like, okay. It's almost as if this is a self-fulfilling prophecy where if you raise these men to believe that this is how they are and they're allowed to act this way and you kind of indoctrinate the women to accept it, then this behavior gets enabled. But like, people aren't raised to cheat.
Yeah.
I mean, people aren't born to cheat. They're raised to cheat.
Yeah. It's also, again, when I was doing the Jackie research, this is really interesting because like JFK's vice was women. Like he didn't really smoke. He didn't really drink. He didn't really like do drugs or gamble or anything.
He just loved ladies.
He loved to be promiscuous.
Yeah.
Like that really was his vice. And I'm not saying that to like excuse it, but it's not like he was just like cheating. It was like,
yeah, like it, if you're talking about somebody who drinks a lot, you try to talk about it in the context of being like, this is part of their personality.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's a sex addict.
like a little, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
He's a bisexual sex addict.
I feel like you would say that.
Yeah.
In these days. You'd
Yeah,
be like
he'd be addicted to
bisexual
porn.
sex addict.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be doing like a promotional OnlyFans. So she visits Cape Cod for the first time, Hyannisport, their famous family vacation home.
The Kennedy ancestral home.
Sure.
It's not actually, but I thought that it would be funny.
It
but then I
feels
couldn't
like
really
the
find
ancestral home.
I couldn't find the words.
No, but I understood the joke and the intonation, and that's what matters.
You.
So her first visit to Hyannisport, there's a story where, she comes dressed for dinner, like very fancy, made up, like ready to make an impression. And then they make her play football.
Oh,
which I would kill.
Sucks. I would be, especially Jackie. Like, I always think of Jackie in her like little pink suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, no, she's got to be like,
I'm not here to play football.
And they were.
Can I watch? It's like how, remember when we were playing Spike Ball and we made the group chat instead of just Spike Ball? And we made the group chat instead of just Spike Ball. It's like playing Spike Ball and watching Spike Ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, I don't really want to play. Like, I just want to sit and
wanna
watch.
Yeah.
Why can't Jackie just watch?
Yeah. I like when the men are occupied with an activity so I can talk to the girls.
I just want to gossip.
I am very traditional in that way. Where I'm
Yeah.
just like,
I don't believe in a strong gender binary unless
well, you know,
it's
when you're just
Spike Ball in
hanging
the
out
park.
with like a group of guys and the way they talk is so different.
Yeah.
Whereas like I went to the pool with Brendan and 2 of Brendan's friends and Griffin.
Squad.
And I was just like, this is truly, I am one of the guys right now in a way that is like not, it's just like I don't know how to talk to them.
Yeah, whereas like when we went to the beach,
Yeah.
it's like, this is girl talk.
Yeah, girl time. Girl time. The boys can be there.
The boys can be there and the boys can be included, but it's girl time.
So they make her play football. They also at the time already know Bobby's girlfriend, who they really like.
Okay,
And
so it's, you know.
Yeah, and she's very like fun, and Jackie's like prissy, kind of like
Yeah.
Upper East Side girl. So
Yeah.
they're kind of putting her through the ringer purposely, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And JFK's view at this time is sort of like, I've got this playboy reputation. I want to be in politics. To do that, I have to be married. Like,
Yeah.
A plus B equals
Who
C
will be
kind
a
of thing.
good first lady kind of.
Exactly. Sorry. Less of a Marilyn, more of a Jackie. Serious. Legally Blonde the musical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
I don't feel like that hit for you.
It didn't really. I didn't remember that lyric, but then when you
okay.
said Leave on the musical, I locked back in.
So JFK is the focal point of this marriage. When they get married, there's like a ton of paparazzi at the wedding.
Yeah.
Like it's a real event. Like I do think that the wedding was very much a political move, hot take, but it's just very giving.
Yeah.
Strategic.
Yeah.
But he did write a letter when they were on their honeymoon to his parents being like, I'm so grateful Jackie's in my life. Like,
well, two things can be true. Like,
Yeah.
you're obviously, I think most people would not get married as a political ploy to somebody they do not like. But I think for a lot of people, they see this, it doesn't feel strategic to them. It's just how they live their life. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But
Exactly.
it's the same thing as like people who want to be with somebody who's wealthy. Like, they're like, I want to get married to somebody because they're wealthy. I want to get married to somebody because they're wealthy. That's not them being like, oh, it's strategic. It's just them being like, that's what I want.
yeah.
They don't think of it that way.
Yeah, exactly. And when they're on their honeymoon, Jack basically says, you can go home now if you want. I want to go visit my war friend.
Love.
And Jackie's like, no, I'm staying. What's wrong with you?
It's our honeymoon.
Yeah. So that's kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
He's sort of like, this is done. We can move on to the next stage.
Yeah.
You know? So that's got to suck. In the meantime, while this is happening, her sister Lee is married to this guy. She moves to London, England. And then she immediately has an affair with a Polish aristocrat.
Okay.
So we see this tension kind of still happening between the two sisters where like Lee is now seeing Jackie kind of like make this match, like get with this guy. And she's, you know, shuffled off to London to, you know, also try and marry well kind of thing.
Okay.
So that's just the side note because we're keeping tabs on Lee. And Jackie's whole viewpoint about like JFK being a womanizer was, you know, all men are going to cheat. So I might as well make a match that's going to.
This is how men are.
Yeah, exactly. Like I might as well get with a guy who's going to cheat on me, but also have a future as opposed to like a guy who's going to cheat on me, but be a dud.
Yeah. I mean, if that's how you think.
Yeah. She's got a point. Yeah. So she's very much, I might as well make a match with someone I think will have a future, but it was hard for her. I think harder than she imagined because like they would go to parties and she would just like watch him go off with young girls kind of thing.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah. So
it's also humiliating, right? Like,
yes.
Like beyond it being a betrayal of your trust, it's also like humiliating her in public over and over again by not just cheating on her, but like publicly basically cheating on her, right?
And I think she was fine with the notion of like being cheated on and being with someone who was like not committed and, you know, was like womanizing, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I think she felt very isolated. Like she was very alone.
Yes.
You know, it's like showing up to the party with your friend and your friend finds their like friend who has cocaine and then you don't see them for the rest of the night.
Yeah, you feel abandoned.
Except it's your husband.
And he's having sex with a younger girl.
Yeah. And then he's coming home and having sex with you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ugh.
That's tough.
That's awful.
That visual's not great.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jackie.
Sorry, Jackie girl.
That's my girl. Within 2 months, or within months, not 2 months, within months of getting married, he goes in for a massive back surgery that takes him out for like 2 years of like being in the, like he's messed up.
Yeah.
For a pretty good chunk there. And it's so, she marries this kind of like strapping young guy who has like a promising future. And then like immediately he is
Incapacitated. Yeah.
And there's like this photo, and it's not funny, but it's kind of funny, of him just like lying in bed with like the sheets up to his chin and her just standing over him, like dressed in like a full little suit. And I'm just like, this dynamic is tough.
This is a tough dynamic.
It's tough to kind of watch this go on. When Ted gets married, so when Jack's younger brother gets married, Jack is caught on tape telling him that being married doesn't mean that you have to be faithful to your wife.
Why are you on tape, babe?
Like, this is so early days.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not like somebody was secretly filming you on their phone. Like, the camera was the size of like, the camera was 6 feet tall.
Yeah, the camera was emitting smoke.
Yeah,
it was running
like
on
somebody
coal.
was cranking it with a fucking crank.
There was an engineer shoveling coal into the camera to get
like,
it to run, and you get caught on tape.
You got caught on tape?
Come on. So that's pathetic. So Jackie gets pregnant the first time. She miscarries. She gets pregnant a second time. And that's around the time that Jack loses the vice president nomination.
Okay.
And he goes on vacation because he's like, oh, losing the VP.
It's hard on me.
Hard on me. I have to go on vacation. She goes into an emergency C-section. and she loses the baby.
Oh, that sucks.
And he says, oh, that's too bad. Well, it's all done with now. I'm just going to stay on vacation.
Oh my God. Men are not shit.
Yeah. She also loses another child down the line.
Oh my God.
Like right
That's so
before
tough.
JFK gets assassinated. But I figured we would talk about that in a later episode, so I didn't really cover it. But she loses
A lot of heartbreak.
Yeah, it's God, this girl. So when she has this emergency C-section, when she comes to, Bobby is there to help her. And
Oh my
he
God,
lies
what if
to
they fall
her
in love?
and says that they're having trouble reaching Jack to kind of spare her the heartbreak of him just saying, like, fuck
I
you.
love Bobby.
I know, Bobby's such a king.
It sucks that Bobby had the worst Kennedy child by far.
Like childhood?
No,
Or no, the
child.
child,
He had
yes.
RFK.
Which is tough. Yeah.
It's like,
That's so upsetting.
that's what happens when your hawk eats roadkill and gives you a brain worm. We'll talk about it. You eat so much tuna that the mercury levels lower your immune system to the point where the hawk that's around your fucking head and shoulders, your pet hawk, which eats roadkill, a worm somehow gets into your brain, a brain-eating worm. It eats your brain. He's in charge of health. He's in charge of health and services.
Yeah, by the way, he's in charge of the vaccines now.
yeah.
Just so you know.
Flu
But don't
vaccines
worry,
are-
no one's getting a worm from a hawk anymore.
No,
you just might get measles.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear that Alberta now has more cases of measles than the entire USA combined?
Alberta?
What the hell is
What's
going on?
over there?
I was in the hospital yesterday. Hard launch of me being in the hospital yesterday
Yeah.
for my mother. She's okay, kind of. But I was just like watching CP24 and I was like, oh my God.
I know.
What the hell? I can't watch CP24.
CB24 raises a theory about them that I think is true, where it's just like a conservative mouthpiece. Because when you watch CB24, it convinces you that the only problems in the world are traffic and crime.
Mm-hmm.
Like you leave it just being like humans are innately evil, bike lanes are bad.
Yeah, so Bobby's kind of being a king. Bobby is, they have a close friendship. And he's kind of a king in this way. And it's too bad that his son is
RFK.
RFK. So during his presidential run, they initially don't really let her play a big part in the campaign, which we talked about a little bit.
Yeah.
But they basically see her as too exotic.
Where is she from? Why is she
She's too French. She's too French.
Yeah.
And too rich. Like they kind of think like you don't really
and the
resonate.
New York of it all, of like people really seem to hate New York because New York is where people who aren't white Christians live.
Yes.
So they're like, ew. Even though
Ew.
she's Upper East Side. It's like, you're fine.
Ew, gross.
People of other religions live there. Don't you know that?
It's so fucked that they let them do that. So they don't initially have her really as like a big part of the campaign because they think that she'd like alienate voters.
And she's also really pregnant, right? And it's a troubling pregnancy. So she's like, she's like on bed rest. So she can't like go on the trail with him. Like,
Yeah,
she has to
exactly.
sit at home.
Yeah. So she's not doing great. But then they realize that she's actually exceptionally good at connecting with people.
Yeah, she's an icon. She's like a style icon. Like you look at her and you just like her.
She also speaks French, Italian. She just knows how to
Spanish.
and Spanish and talk to people. So she really mobilizes like the Latin vote.
Yeah.
She really is just kind of iconic like that. She becomes the first lady at 31 years old. Wow. She's the youngest first lady in something like 80 years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like it's actually crazy not
To be the
like,
first lady at 31, dude.
Yeah, like sometimes like an age hits you the way it doesn't hit you when you're a kid. But yeah, sometimes an age hits you where it's like 31 is so young.
Young. Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy. Like, I don't know if there's ever going to be an age where I'm like, that's the right age to be leading a country.
I know.
31.
Because then you get too old.
Yeah.
Then I'm
And
like,
you're like, oh my
you
God.
should not be running a country at 81.
I think it's got to be 35 to 55 has got to be the sweet spot
I
for me.
I agree. I'm 40, somebody in their 40s. I'm like, yeah, babe.
I think that 40s, I think that like 20 and under, okay, 1 to 10, childhood fun.
Yeah.
10 to 20, teen angst.
Yep.
20 to 30, messy, fun.
Yeah.
Am I an adult?
Learning.
Learning.
Yeah.
30 to 40. This is
You
your
didn't
time.
do 20 to 30.
Did I not do 20? Yeah, I did 20 to 30.
Oh, 20s. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 20 to 30.
Yeah.
30 to 40.
Yeah.
I think that's when you are like, I am coming into my own. I think
I'm a person.
I'm
yeah.
a real adult.
Yeah.
I'm doing things.
Yeah.
And I am a real person on this earth now. And then 40s, you are a professional
Okay, that's
at
exciting.
life. I think you are a professional at life in your 40s.
40-year-olds sound off in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. 50s, leader.
Ooh.
60s, I forget the word for what I wanted to say. I can't remember.
Okay.
But it's something cool, don't worry. And then 70s, 80s, 90s, live on your boat.
Yeah. Retirement vibes.
Retirement vibes.
They use her. She speaks 3 languages. She connects with people.
Yeah. So she becomes first lady at 31 years old. She connects with people. She is immediately iconic. There's a story about how on the day that Jack gets elected, she like puts on a raincoat and goes down to the beach and just kind of looks at the water because she's like, oh, my life will never be the same. And I'm like,
I love that.
That's my queen.
That's drama.
And then 17 days after he was elected, she goes into labor and delivers her second child, JFK Jr. And their eldest was a daughter named Caroline, who we just skipped over because women don't matter.
Nope.
And then her term as first ladies, we won't really cover a lot because I think that we're just going to end up going over it if we do.
Yeah.
But basically, she's an extremely iconic first woman. Like you said, she kind of becomes like a style icon.
Yeah.
She also is very worldly. Like something she would do is she would study like what different countries wore and then try and match that. So she would feel like a
Wow.
part of the culture. So like she got told by someone that like, oh, like pink is the navy blue of India. So like she would wear pink when she was in India. And like you see photos and it's like, yeah, it does like she looks like she still looks like herself, but you can tell that she's like very aware of where she is and who she's talking to.
Definitely.
And she also takes on a huge White House restoration project. So she kind of restores it to her former glory. And I'll leave it off with this little tidbit, which is Lee, her sister, is in London. She's depressed. And her new marriage to this Polish aristocrat that she broke off with the first guy, got married to the Polish aristocrat, is starting to go down south. And she begins an affair with a guy named Aristotle Socrates Onassis.
Okay.
So we'll leave you with that. T.
Huge name.
Yeah. Well, Jackie marries him.
Yeah.
Later
But
on.
also his name is Aristotle Socrates.
And you gotta with a name like that. But yeah, the only other things I really want to say about Jackie is that like obviously there's a lot of other things that happened in her life. After JFK is assassinated, she goes and lives out the rest of her life in New York as a primary residence. She marries Aristotle Onassis maybe 4 years after JFK is assassinated. He's one of the like wealthiest men in the world. And she marries him basically for security.
Yeah.
And then she marries a third time, basically just like to have someone around with her. She eventually goes back.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story. But yeah, she's very iconic in this way of like, she is just so pervasive throughout history as of like what a first lady should be. She does make me think of like Princess Diana a lot. I think that they are very like akin in terms of what they represent. And that's that. I imagine we'll be revisiting Jackie.
I think we have to talk about Jackie, especially after JFK gets assassinated.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Well, just like her actions too, I think during the assassination, which is why I didn't really want to talk about them because I think that they tie into that story more than like a standalone biography of Jackie. But she is like, her actions were so deliberate and purposeful, and the way that she handled that and the way that she handled her husband's presidency, I think are really stellar.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say about Jackie.
Awesome.
So are you ready for our...
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's make this tragedy about us.
The part of the show where we take this tragedy and make it about us. So my question to you is,
yes,
you are visiting your like fiance's family for the first time.
Okay.
What sport in the yard are you playing?
Okay, great. I have a couple of answers for this because there's some that are hellish to me.
Okay.
There's some that it's like very Jackie energy if it's hellish. If we're playing American football, nightmare.
Yeah, you're done. You're cooked.
Yeah. I love a little game of pickup soccer. European
huge,
football.
yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Or something kind of like croquet, where it's more just like a drinking and kind of walking around vibes.
Huge.
Something
I love that.
like that. I don't want to play basketball. I am not good at basketball.
No.
I don't want to play football. I'm not good at football. What about you?
Dunk tank.
Oh, okay, wait. I want to do the balls. I want to do the wipeout balls.
Yes.
I go to the backyard of my fiance's house and they have
Yeah.
a big pool with the wipeout balls, the
Yes.
big red wipeout balls. I, to this day, genuinely think I could do it. And I know I can't because wipeout proved that nobody could do it. I genuinely
You think you
really
could do
think
it.
I could do the wipeout
You got to
balls.
get on those balls.
I know.
Yeah. Water gun fight.
Yes. So
Yeah.
fun.
I think dunk tank, or I think like one of those like little wooden roller coasters that we built ourselves. And then we all
Yeah,
ride
that's
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Go-karts.
Go-karts. Like to go go-karting. I also think just like shooting real guns.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Handguns.
And with that,
Thank you guys so much for listening.
yes. And we'll see you next week
Ooh, bye.
for another episode.